everybody. We're back again. With Tailgating and Bruce, or Marcus, and with Daryl. And I'm just going to start right off because I'm a Cowboy fan. Monday Night Football. I'm a homer. So I got to say, they look good. The Cowboys look good. Forget about who they were playing. They looked really good. You know, the wide receivers were on fire. You know, the quarterback, Dak, he had 4 touchdowns to 4 different people. My theory is the Raiders beat the Patriots. Cowboys beat the Las Vegas. So that means Cowboys are actually better than Patriots. Anyway, let me think. What do you guys think? Those Cowboys look great. Just about the game. They looked on fire. Even the defense looked good. What do you think?
I'll take a stab at this one since I'm a Cowboys fan and Daryl's more of a Texans fan. Listen, it was an impressive win, okay? The defense made some splash plays, which looked good. The offense looked rather efficient, but at the end of the day, they're still 4-5 and not where they need to be. So the question is, can they put together a string of wins to have a serious shot? I mean, they have the talent, and if they play like they played on Monday night, and win the next few, get themselves in the mix. I don't know. They got a chance for a wild card spot, but it's going to take consistency. Can Dallas turn around and dominate?
That's your word,
yeah, consistency. Or is this just a blip? So they got strong defense. That was proven, or at least it was decent. They have an explosive offense when it's turned on. It's just their risk is just inconsistency. Can they be consistent? But again, a few losses, another loss or two, and they're pretty much done. You can put stick a fork in it. They're done. So it was good to see the win. I saw some of the post-game interview with Dak Prescott, and he seems good. They showed some clips from the locker room. Everybody seems it's like y'all got a long way to go, man. Y'all just a little too happy for my taste, but I get it. You got to enjoy your moments when you get them. So I ain't hating on them. I'm glad to see the win. We got the W, but there's still a lot of work to do.
Long way to go. What do you think, Daryl?
Yeah, I was depending on the running game for them for obvious reasons. I picked the running back again, but for DraftKings, like I said before, we talked about when CeeDee Lamb when he was out, and I told you, hey man, that CeeDee Lamb's offense. But here's what I love about that offense is that dual threat of him and Pickens. Man, look, you can only guard so many people, and those 2 guys will attract 2 defenders each. So you just took up the whole secondary, which opens up the door for what's your tight end name? Ferguson. Ferguson. That's why he's doing so good, because the field is wide open for him. Ferguson is a tight end who's getting 8 to 10 catches a game. And that's brilliant. You need that type of tight end. But then also, like I said, look, I believe in this running back that y'all have, man. I mean, he's the real deal. And we're gonna see that come alive, because now people are gonna start focusing on stopping Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. So this running game gonna come alive, man. I think y'all got some chances, man. Y'all got some chances. And all I heard before the season started was, hey, how are we gonna get past the Eagles, and how are we gonna get past the Commanders? Okay, well, the Commander's struggling. So now what? I mean, the opportunity is there.
Yeah, we went out. We got a shot. It's just, consistency. That's the only word that comes to mind for me right now is consistency.
Right. Well, you said, Daryl, you kept saying you guys, your team, but I'm going to love it if they win 4 in a row. It might become our team. Maybe not. Anyway, I got here. Here's the next one's coming up, because I figure they could lose one more game and still make the wild card. But Eagles are coming up. I don't see they can beat. I mean, they can beat anyone, right? Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
But typically, I would think the Eagles would beat them. What do you think? But because they're 8-2. Chiefs, though, they're 5-5. There are that dominant Chiefs. You think they have a chance against the Chiefs?
You got to let them line up and play. I mean, I don't care what nobody record is, man. Let them line up, let them play, and every how does it go? Every dog has a bad day or something weird like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's no different in football. I mean,
I'm just trying to go the odds. Lions are 6-4, and the Chargers are 7. At this moment, of course. By the time they get there, everything changes. But 7-4. I just don't know if they can win 6 more games. That's what I'm worried about. Just looking at the lineup, they might could happen to be one of those really good teams, but I don't know. There's 4 there that's going to be tough to win.
The Eagles team beating the Eagles will give them the confidence that they need. Because I mean, at this point right now, the wins that they have, I don't think they have a win over like a really strong contender. Like it's all been kind of mid-level teams. And obviously they have the one draw with Green Bay, but yeah. So it's just about I go back to the word consistency. So yeah,
and their confidence. Okay, well, Daryl, let's go to yours. Houston's 5-5. There's a little hope there, but what do you think?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah. Thank you.
I say the same exact thing Marcus just said about the Cowboys. It was the exact same commentary. I mean, we need some consistency.
5-5 is pretty consistent.
Yeah. But look, man, that offense is again, they're goofy, they're boring.
Yeah.
And I would line up and play against them in my old age. I play them. Now I might only get one good play, before they have to drag me out the field. But I mean, look, man, I am not scared of that offense at all.
Okay. Well, let me just ask you now, because I just feel obliged to you. The Patriots, they are looking good, aren't they?
Yeah, I like it. Mike Vrabel and his hard nose type of football. He's you want to go out there and choke the other team. That's what I like about Mike Vrabel, man. And but like I said, look, they have a dual running back system that they're not even using right now because Stevenson is hurt. So when he gets back, man, their running game is going to be even more powerful. But right now, man, Drake May, playing great football. The defense is stepping up. I like what I see out there.
Okay, in Kansas City, they're 5-5. That's a surprise.
Man, the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, talk about losing your mojo. Talking about losing my mojo. Dr. Evil stole their mojo, baby. Like I don't understand it. Now granted, Denver is a solid team. They're like 9-2. They got a 8-game win streak. So the Chiefs are essentially a 500 ball elite team right now, and we're just not used to seeing that. It's just really difficult to understand. But for a franchise that's kind of used to dominance, this is one of their worst starts in a long time. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Travis Kelce. So I wouldn't count them out. But their remaining schedule, they got a lot of heavy hitters. They got some divisional foes, and they're gonna pretty much need to play perfect football for the remainder of the season, just to kind of recover. So, the question for me is this the end of the era? As the rain finally come down, I can't stand the rain. I don't know. They don't seem like the same team. I don't know what's going on in the
Swagger's missing.
Travis Kelce, you try to get him a record deal or something, or working on that podcast. I don't know. But they could literally miss the division and maybe the playoffs if that trend continues. It would be a hell of a story to think that from just a year ago, they would not make the playoffs. I won't count them out because of who they have on that team and who's the leaders of that team. But man, they're just in bad shape. Just not used to seeing that.
Well, who was the Sunday night game? Was that the Eagles at the very end of that game? They made that controversial play They called pass interference, but it really wasn't. It kept them to extending their drive. I don't know if that cost them the game, but that was, it seems like at the end of a game, you better be sure if you're going to call a pass interference. That's such a devastating call at the end of the game. So I was surprised about that. Y'all see that? I don't know if you did.
I saw that. I mean, you hate to see any game get called, come down to like a decision or whatever by a ref. But I mean, it happens. I'll go back to my thing. Don't put yourself in that situation where that call could cost you the game. But
No, hey, you know what? We talked about this before, but I don't think I really looked at it the way I'm looking at it now. We talked about replay assist, and replay assist can hop in and say, hey, reposition the ball or whatnot. Well, wouldn't it be smart to use replay assist in the last 2 minutes of a half?
Yeah, I think so.
For a broader
I agree with you.
Like pass interference call or holding call or whatever, it can be looked at by replay assist.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, like I said, I don't know if this cost them the game, but it did. It was making a little controversial at the end, and it happens a lot. So I like the idea. Let's do it.
Hey, man, just making changes. They've made a few, significant changes to, long-standing, rules, and you seem to be okay. I think everybody just takes a while for everybody to get adjusted. But I'm with you, Daryl. I think that would have come in handy just for the measurement of accuracy.
Yeah. Well, okay, now let me just switch it. College. Before I go to A&M, there, I want to brag about UNT. They've only lost one game. They're looking really, really good.
Good, man.
For them, right? We're gonna have to build them a new stadium. Anyway, well, how about A&M? They're still undefeated?
They're still undefeated, 10-0. But I think they won a lot of people's hearts last week with that win. Being down, 30-3 or something like that, and that big roaring comeback to win, man, that was that was amazing. And I promise, I sat there and looked at that TV for a long time after the game was over. I said, really? It was so unbelievable, But yeah, I like these guys. I like these guys a lot. A lot of speed on the field. With those receivers, Emmitt Smith's son, E.J. Smith, running the ball well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, they are playing some ball defensively. Probably the best defense in the country. So we'll see. They're playing Samford this week. Okay, big deal, right? But then the big game the week after. Let's go, Marcus. UT, baby.
Man,
Marcus,
yeah, man. I mean, talk about cry me a river. Like I said, man, I've been really preoccupied this football season, so it has been good because it saved me some real time heartache watching the Longhorns suffer and even the Cowboys. But I mean, they lost a critical game, so it pretty much makes it difficult, if not impossible, to get the necessary wins. Plus the conference tiebreaker. So I mean, Texas had a shot, but they're slogging just to salvage something. And the question is, will they? I mean, the rest of they can win for the rest of the season. Sure they can win out and build some momentum going into next year. But it's going to require they got to make some moves, some recruitment, some in the off season. This has just not been a typical Texas start. I mean, I had questions early in the year. It looked like they were gonna, they were finally starting to get their groove back, but yeah, they're just not the team. And now that whole move to the SEC, it's like, kind of missed being back in the old conference, right? So I don't know, man. I mean, we all knew going into the SEC, that's the big boys league, and they fought to get there, and they did what they needed to do in year one. Unfortunately, didn't win it all, but I mean, this is just an abysmal year for them. And again, I said it a few months ago, like just a lot of pressure on that young quarterback because of his last name.
Yeah, that's just They had a target on his back, didn't they?
They had a target on his.
Made all those predictions, and with that name, Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hearing a lot of chatter about Coach, man. You think he's safe?
I mean, they're gonna make some decisions. I mean, you think that they want to give him another season because I mean he's been there. I mean, they're always But Texas is like not like other teams. They don't have they're not okay with just coming in, in second or being. They're not okay with that. Everything is a loss to Texas unless they win it all. Now, granted, that doesn't happen often, but yeah, Sark might. He's at risk now. Last season, but yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Well, let me bring one more thing up. Cooper Rush for the Mavericks. He's still 18, but you see he's got the most points ever by an 18-year-old. I know you can look for stats for anything, or second most. I think LeBron beat him. I don't know how many 18-year-olds they really have had, but still, he's coming along. I saw a couple of replays of some of his moves, so I think we're going to have something in a few years. Of course, I don't want to bring up Luka anymore because it breaks my heart. But anyway, it looks like something there. For the future, not this year, unfortunately.
For the future. I mean, listen, there's been some great, NBA stars that, come into the league, 18. I think Kevin Durant. I think, who else am I thinking about? I mean, obviously Kobe.
I think Dirk was 18, wasn't he?
Yeah, like Kobe didn't really emerge until like his second or third year because he had to play behind a few folks, right?
Yeah, that was a tough thing to get on.
They've had a few folks come straight out of high school and just dominate. I mean, I don't know why Kevin Durant is the one who just comes to my mind. Not Kevin Durant, but I mean Kevin Garnett, I should say.
Him and Moses Malone. Didn't he come out at 18?
Yeah. So it can happen, but I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just seeing as a couple of years ago, I thought that we were going to have a little not a dynasty, but at least some really good teams. Now I'm reaching for the future.
Man, them dynasties.
For the future with the Mavericks.
We talked about this last season, those dynasty teams. I don't think the design is for teams to have like those 5-year winning streaks or those 6 years where they win 4 championships. I think the whole, between free agency and just, salary caps and just, just the politics of basketball today just make it difficult to have those types of, dynasties. I think once we see Curry retire, I think that's going to be the last of the dying breed of those dynasty teams. I think at that point, seeing a team stitch together back-to-back championships is going to be kind of a rarity moving forward. That's me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I saw that when you mentioned Curry. He's on that advertisement. He comes walking into the gym. Someone tosses him the ball. He's in street clothes, and he just nails a three like no problem. I'm thinking, maybe they had to do 2 takes, maybe. But I'm thinking, like, if someone like me came out there and he threw me the ball, they'd probably have to do 500 takes. They'd spend so much money on me trying to hit a three.
We were all blessed and fortunate to get to watch that man's greatness. I mean, there's just out there. But I tell you one last video before we wrap up, man. Is did you guys see that involved pound play when Golden State was playing San Antonio and Draymond Green was trying to guard Whippy?
Oh God, yes. Oh,
he looked like a little snotty nosed 3-year-old kid trying.
Did he? It's unbelievable. It's almost weird to look at that. He looked like he was playing.
They just put the ball like 13 feet in the air, and he just went and slammed it. Like it's like, little man, I don't know what you was thinking. You're not gonna stop me.
He was trying. It looked like he was pushing against him and shoving and doing everything
he was
Green would do.
Yeah, he was doing what he typically does. He gets in people's heads, but I mean,
it had nothing.
Head is like an extra foot above his, so that's just a different kind of opportunity to get in somebody's head.
Yeah, and a lot of times people that tall, they're tall and they can do okay because they're tall, but this guy looks like he's got some real skill. So
he's got some skill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
3-pointer.
I just remember when we had Sean Bradley a few times. He seems like when he was falling down, he would take forever to fall down, and then the other teams were already on the side. But I remember Sean Bradley was kneeling, and what was that name? Steve Nash was standing next to him, and he still was taller than Steve Nash.
Oh yeah, no, you've had some giants over the years, Yao. I thought the Rockets had an opportunity when they had those teams with Steve Francis and Yao Ming, and even when they kind of retooled and they got Tracy McGrady, I thought they had some good squads back then. Yes, Daryl, I am a Rockets fan. You know, Rockets fans cannot recall these things. Okay, I am not a San Antonio Spurs fan, so leave me alone.
But it is amazing. Maybe you're right; it's going to be over. But it is amazing how some of the great teams just happen to fall together, as opposed to them trying to build it. Sometimes a great player goes in one team, but he goes to another team, and it just doesn't work out.
Free agency, man. It's a different ball game. You know, like it's just not like it was in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. You know, you're not gonna see. You think Curry, you think Golden State, you think Magic, you think the Lakers, you think even Shaq, who went several teams, you still kind of mostly think of him as the Lakers.
Yeah.
But you know, there's obviously players that you just are just synonymous. Hakeem Olajuwon, you know, many people don't remember that he played for I want to say, was it Toronto for like a season or something like that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went and played in Canada one season. Just, you know, just remember when they brought Gary Payton and Karl Malone to the Lakers that year with Shaq.
Yeah, that was going to be a dream team, wasn't it?
It was like they got an all-star team. Yeah, an all-star team from 20 years ago.
Yeah. It didn't work.
That didn't work. Yeah, sometimes you try to put those super teams together, they just don't work, man. They end up having
they were all stars.
You end up having more. You end up having more Aquaman from the back in the day than you have Superman. So yeah.
Well, anyway, you guys out there, share, like. Also, leave us some comments about what you think, particularly you Cowboy fans out there. Cowboys got a chance to run the table, maybe get into the playoffs, and if they run that kind of table, they do have a chance to go all the way. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe next year. But I've still got hope because I'm a Cowboy homer. Anyway, see y'all later. Thanks for joining us.